Alright, welcome to part 5 of the Blender Maze tutorial. Just want to review in part 4 what we did. We made our game work so that when you collected a certain number of items, it would take you to the next level. Now, some of the things I want to clear up with you guys, you can see that on level 2 here, he's kind of having a trouble getting through the maze. Also, the maze doesn't look exactly right. So what you want to do, if yours looks like this, you'll go to level 2, and what I did, I forgot to add in a light source. So I'm going to do Shift S and do cursor to selected. I'm going to go to add lamp, and there's different ones you can choose from. I'm just going to go ahead and pick spot, and depending on the size of your maze, it should light it up just fine. So I selected it and dragged it up here. I'll keep doing that till basically till it shines on the maze like that. And over here is a preview, and you can actually change what it looks like. I'm going to change it to a spotlight, and if you want, you can go and you can mess with the color. You can change the color of it, and you can always check it out by playing your game. Also, another thing, if your main actor is having trouble moving through the size of your second level, you can always select him, hit S, and just scale him down a bit. Okay, and that way he'll be able to move a little better. Alrighty. Okay, so part 5, what we're going to be doing is adding in our bad guy. So go ahead and go back to level 1, and you're going to right click on your main character and just do Shift S, cursor to selection, or selected, and we're going to go to add mesh, and you can choose one of the meshes for your bad guy. I'm going to go ahead and click on the UV sphere because I know that one will work, and I'm just going to size him down, so S, and scale him down, and I'm going to go ahead and add a material to him. So I'm going to click on material here, new, and just change the color of them. Okay, and then I'm going to go up here to game logic. I'm going to go to level 1 here, and I'm going to walk you guys through how we need to set him up. Alright, so here's what we need to do. We're going to add in a sensor, and it'll be a near sensor. And for the prop or property, you're going to type in Fred, and let's add an and controller, and let's add an actuator that is on scene, and we are going to set the scene to restart. Okay, so what we're telling it to do is, for our sensor, when the bad guy gets near an object with the property Fred, it will restart the scene. Okay, so you can go ahead and try that out. If you move this down, hit play, if your good guy gets near him, it'll restart the scene. Okay, now what we need to do is make the bad guy track to this guy, make him follow him. Okay, alright, so what we need to do is add another sensor, and it's going to be an always sensor, and we're going to add an and controller, and you want to make sure you connect all your sensor, controller, and actuators, and add an actuator that says edit object. Let's go ahead and connect them, and you want to select under edit object track to, and you're going to track it to sphere. Okay, and you can right click, and when you right click on the main character, it'll tell you the name of it. So just check that, make sure that's correct. Okay. So our bad guy is actually sphere.002. Okay, so we want the bad guy to track to the object name, which is sphere. Alrighty. And then we also need to add in one more actuator. So do add actuator, and it's going to be a motion actuator because we want our bad guy to move, and you want to make sure that you connect your controller to your actuator. And actually what we need to do right now is go into default here. Make sure you have your bad guy selected. You're going to go into physics. We're going to change him to a rigid body, an actor, and then check collision bounds. And then go back here to game logic. And basically we're going to set him up to move. So what I've done in the past is under location here, you're going to set them all to 0.1. Okay, so make sure you put them at 0.1. That's not 1, that's 0.1. Okay, so they're each at 0.10. Okay, and then after you've done that, go ahead and press play, and you should see that your bad guy follows around your good guy. Okay, and tries to get him. And if he does get him, I'll let him get him. It'll restart. Now, keep in mind, just some things to keep in mind. When you're doing this, if you set it at a higher speed than that, it'll go faster. It'll be harder for you to get away from the bad guy. Also, the bad guy will go through walls. He will jump over walls. I've tried in the past changing different things to make it work, and the best I could come up with was putting it for the location at 0.1 so that he moves pretty slow. You can change these up to fix or to suit your game. Alright, just basically get it the way you want it, and then once he tracks to it, you're going to want to set up another bad guy on level 2. Okay, so just follow the same steps. Actually, what you could do, let's do this right now. Select the bad guy, we'll do Control L, and we're going to link the object data. Control L, make links, objects to scene, and let's make it to level 2. Alright, and remember you want to do Shift D and go ahead and delete the original here. And that way once you get to this next level, you'll have a bad guy that'll work for that. Okay. Let's see, we can just go ahead and try it out, make sure it works. Go through level 1, advance, and then try it out on level 2. Make sure you have a bad guy on each of your levels that works. And then once you're done, just do file save and you'll be done with part 5.